Well guys, I know we're always buying trucks, we're always bringing them on the channel. Say hello to our newest work mule here at FCR Salvage. This is officially our first truck purchase through the salvage business and put it to work for doing salvage business work. So I've been looking for a truck that wasn't brand new because we all know they're crazy expensive. I know, if anybody knows, that they're way expensive. And needed a truck to put a detachable towing unit on it. We originally talked about doing that when we first moved up here, putting the DTU on the back, which is a towing unit. I'll throw a picture up here on the screen that slides in the fifth wheel, and you know, you can pick up trucks, tow them from the front or back, whatever, on Brutus. But we decided to go ahead and stick with the heavy haul route, build it for doing heavy hauling, moving the RGN around. It's like, well, we need another truck, right? So we snagged this 2015, I think it is, 2015, 2016 Peterbilt 389. About a week ago now, my dad was up here. We drove up to Ohio, snagged it for 55 grand, guys. It's got a ISX Cummins in it, 550 horsepower, something like that. 18-speed transmission, 280-inch wheelbase. It's got a couple air leaks in the dash and a couple of little things I want to adjust on it. We're obviously going to polish it up, but it's already a really nice spec'd truck. It's got a nice visor on it. I really think the truck looks good in my opinion, but it does have a few things we need to take care of before we put this towing unit on it, because once the towing unit's on it, it's going to be going straight to work. So it's got some rust around some of the bolts and things like that. It was a Northern Kentucky near Ohio truck. The fifth wheel and stuff like that's got some rust right around some of these huck bolts. It's got some problems. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go take it for a test drive. You guys can see about it. Go run the bank. We gotta make a deposit. We ain't going through the drive-thru with it, unfortunately, but
I mean, we could.
it is knee-deep in rubber. It's got brand new Michelin's on it. The 30th week of 22, so they're not very old. A couple-year-old rubber. The guy I bought it from was an owner-operator leased on. He said that the company he was working for just kept cutting his rates, so he said, "Screw it. I'm just gonna go drive for a company. I'm gonna sell the truck." So he sold the truck to us. Perfect truck. To put a DTU on the back, you have to have at least 250-inch wheelbase, and the longer it is, the better. So we got 280-inch wheelbase. It's going to work out great. So let's run to the bank, come back, and then today's video, we're going to tear basically everything from here back off. We're going to take the deck plate, all the hydraulic kits coming off this thing. We're going to pull both fuel tanks off, tires, wheels, fenders, fifth wheel. Everything is coming off because the DTU we're going to put on here, whether we get a brand new Zach lift, which is what I'm working towards. I need to sell the old Miller lift that's at the shop. If we can't get the money where I want it to be and sell the old lift, we'll end up putting the used one on here. But anyways, what I'm getting at is we don't need all the hydraulics and stuff that are on this truck, because we've got some other hydraulics to put on here from something that's spec'd for these lifts. So enough talking. Let's go to the bank, come back, get this thing in the shop, tear it apart, get it loaded up on the RGN. We're going to hook the RGN to the new International and take it to Rickman. And it's 2:30. Let's do it. Alright folks, we're pulling out of the bank here. This thing, right off the rip, and I already knew it on the way home and stuff, but it needs a clutch brake. Clutch works great, but you got to mash the heck out of the clutch to get it to do anything. Look at this car. We had the right of way. Ay, ay, ay. 18 speed. You know, it's so crazy having a steering wheel ain't got all the buttons in it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've never had the opportunity to like drive one of these more than just, you know, around a parking lot or something. The steering wheel that actually folds down a little bit. But I've seen where someone had a, I think it's Mr. Hatermate, he's got his steering wheel thing like this, like a regular car.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know how, it must be a stop in here they cut out or something, but we just had check engine light come on.
That ain't good. Makes my heart drop when I see that.
What makes your heart drop when you see a state trooper behind you?
A orange light pop up on the dash.
You don't even have a mic on, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, side of your head. Alright, let's get back to the shop, get this thing tore apart. It drives nice though. It drives a lot better than I thought, because it is a spring ride front end. And that was another very important thing we had to do, was make sure it had a spring ride front, because with towing and air ride, they just kind of get wobbly really bad supposedly. So what was that?
My phone dropped.
All right, let's get back to shop. Tear her down.
What you got there?
So a guy just dropped off one of our videos. I said we need some yellow fog lights,
On the cab over there.
but they're yellow lights off a bus. He said, use them if you can. I guess we'll try. I didn't think I ordered this. I guess I did.
It's here.
It is here. So we needed a way to get fuel out of our tanks that we have, like this truck, for example. And I forgot that I ordered this on Amazon. So now we've got a 12 volt pump over there already set up. And this is a 110 volt pump. This thing ought to flow some fuel. Holy cow. That should flow a lot, I think. Well, you want to get our tank brought over here? We'll empty these fuel tanks. I just filled them up, too. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh my god.
That thing's flowing, ain't it? Oh my
That's
god.
quick.
That's like a pressure walk. That is going.
Carefully. Dang! Oh my god.
Playing the sidewalk for that.
We're put that. We need to get a big zip tie or something. Put it right here. Go get some big zip ties. This thing has a ton of pressure.
Dude, for real. You see how fast we took it out of the tank?
Jeez, that's like gas station pressure there. We need to zip tie this hose up. Last thing we need is for this thing to come apart. Well, guys, the boys got the hubcaps off. It only took them about 2 hours. Get this deck plate off, and you get the step box out of the way. Fenders, tires, wheels. Tanks. So we start at the back and work our way forward. All right, we'll get the mud flaps off. Fenders off. The only problem I see with this fender over here is that it's welded.
Oh,
And when we put this DTU on here, we're going to have to do full fenders, because if we're towing something, we don't want this to be slinging stuff up and hitting the windshield right behind the truck that's on the tow. So these got to go. But we probably should save them, because they're definitely still good, since we're a salvage company. The only thing that kind of sucks is that thing's welded there, so we're going to have to torch it off. So whoever buys it one day is going to have to weld it back on, or find a different rear mount there. What? You're about to say something? Yeah, they got those rear mounts that could be. Yeah. All right. We need an impact and 3/4 get these rear mud flaps off. We're gonna roll a time lapse, and we're just gonna start ripping and pulling and tearing and ripping and pulling and tearing. I think these rear taillights go somewhere different too. I need to call Adam with Fitzgerald Wreckers. Well, guys, Lake and Ryan got a lot done yesterday. Fenders are all off. We got a lot of the hydraulic lines and stuff unhooked. It's crazy to me this deck plate was literally held on with 3M double-sided tape. That is mind-blowing. I do want to talk about this oil cooler, a 4-hose wet line kit. So you got forward and reverse on every hose on this thing. There's a PTO shaft. I was definitely curious about this. Maybe someone can tell me that PTO shaft that was on the back of the truck, what the heck did that thing run? I forgot to ask the guy we bought it from, but that's wild. I've never seen something like that. So this whole entire wetline kit, hydraulics on this truck is for sale if anyone's interested. With the cooler and everything, the PTO pump, all of that, I think that'd be worth at least, I don't know. See, I wonder if it's got a split tank on it too. We need to put a regular tank. Oh no, we need a split tank for the Zach lift we might be putting on it. But anyway, so that is for sale. I want to say $2,500 is probably more than reasonable for it. So if anyone's interested in the oil cooler, all the hydraulics and everything we're taking out of this truck, you'll see in the video, drop me an email at brucewilsonshop@gmail.com. So let's get this fifth wheel off here. The guys are getting us some front tire or some tires put on that rear axle. We'll let it chill. And I want to get the fifth wheel plate. I don't know, do we cut it off there and make sure there's no rust in between or just leave it? I think we're just gonna leave it. We just need to get the fifth wheel off of here because I'm gonna get that polished and not want it painted up or anything like that. We got the fifth wheel set off and these wear pads, I believe they look a little thin. Oh, this one's actually, it's cracked. Look at that. All right, there must be a part number, so. Yeah, they're definitely cracked.
Hey,
Trying to break it. Oh,
you're gonna be hurting our ears.
I know, might be. So we need to get some new things of these right here. The bushings still are pretty decent, but probably won't be a bad idea for us to order some new stuff to rebuild this fifth wheel. And I would say a new pad right here, but if this thing can have a DTU on it, ain't really gonna make a difference. So I wish we had a same style rise fifth wheel. We just put a steel one on here, but it is what it is, I reckon. So, all right, I'm gonna grab this up. Oh yeah!
It's like 500 pounds.
That just goes to show you why you should have aluminum fifth wheel. Either that, I can pick up a lot of weight.
Dude, the thing looks so massive.
Oh, let's go. All right. I'm going to go see the chiropractor. Just kidding. Well, that reveals everything. So something I noticed, that reminds me of while I was talking about taking the fifth wheel slider off right here, is this cross member is cracked. Look at that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, oh dang. So we're going to have to cut this cross member out, cut these hucks, and we have some out there on some other trucks we're going to have to replace it with, and we'll bolt it back in. So, yeah. Isn't that just lovely?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we need some tires, so let's go see if the boys got us a tire for the back here. We'll get this side off. Get that set up, get those tires off, oil cooler and then tanks. And then maybe we'll try to work on cutting that crossmember out with the touch. Looks like somebody's been into these rear ends not too long ago because that gasket looks brand new and these nuts look like they've been off. Oh, that's right. He told me, the guy we bought it from said that they put wheel seals in it recently, but he gave us all new drums when we bought it, so we gotta get these drums replaced because they are cracked. But the brake shoes look brand new. So what do you guys think? Do we put new shoes on at the same time we do brake drums? I don't know why I'm even asking that. Something we probably should definitely do. But they look brand new. They're like, we'll cross that bridge when we get ready to do that. Twist it where you want it. Hang on. Hard-headed. That's either a big tire or a little man or a little man and a big tire.
Big man, little tire.
Must be. Time to figure out how to not make the biggest mess possible. We got to get these hoses off here. This valve. Golly. Jeebus. Tighten it up. Of course. It's never easy, is it, Ryan?
We're doing it the Bruce Wilson way? No.
Get this oil drain out of these lines. We're already making a mess. I feel like doing anything with a wet kit and taking it off the truck, there's no easy way to do it. We need to invent like something on the shop floor that you just pull over it and the whole floor is a drain for oil.
I think they got those.
Probably in Finland, where they have everything in those shops.
Well, you know those holes in the ground, right?
Those are called pits, son.
They got drains in them. I think.
What's that?
They got drains in them, don't they?
I don't know. Ah, dang it. The old flesh hammer's not feeling good anymore. Ah.
Yeah!
Yeah!
About time! Good job!
What the hell?
You need a raise.
Dude, y'all need to get back to work. Geez, stand around watching the boss man do his job. No. Live audience or something around here. They better hang around and come clean up all this oil they made a mess of yesterday.
Yeah, we got work to do.
What in the heck? That is ridiculous, dude. I don't know who the heck put these things on there, but that is redonkulous.
I came through and tightened them down.
You and that live audience need to get the heck out of here. Lefty loosey, right? Yeah, I mean, why am I questioning myself? I question y'all all the time.
Got it.
Whoa, that didn't feel good. No, the whole hose is turning. Are you kidding me right now? Jeez, that did not feel good. This is gonna make a big mess if we're not careful. A big one.
Oh my.
This is some good hydraulic oil. We should be saving it.
It's clear. It looks like.
We could be pouring this in that diesel tank over there. All right, please don't cover me.
You don't want to wear it.
Not today. Oh yeah, she full, boy.
It's about to get dangerous. Just pull it off. You know you want to. Oh.
There we go. Some good hose clamps we can save there. Okay. Wasn't as bad as you thought, was it? Get this valve assembly off here. This stuff's gonna cost a ton of money new. Has to.
No way.
Yes, way. Oh, that boy's a lot heavier than it looks. One hydraulical valve removed. Oh, them holes in the frame look ugly. I need to weld them up.
You know who to call?
Ghostbusters! Yeah, I need to hit up our buddy Bowles. Hey, Mr. Bowl. Can you come over here right quick? Dude, my arm is still fresh from that stainless there. All right, I think we got, it's like 3 more hoses to take loose from the bottom of this cooler here. Does it have any wiring? That's crazy. I wonder if that fan works off of hydraulic pressure. That's wild. Oh, I better be careful. I'm starting to sound like a tin of sin. It does. It's a little hydraulic powered fan. That's crazy. I don't. Shut up. And leave it to Lake to leave one nut holding the whole thing on the side of the frame still. We gotta save all this hardware for whoever ends up buying this stuff. Wow. See, Mr. Wilson, does it come with the hardware? Yeah, it's there
In there.
somewhere.
There, and there.
Here, there, and gone. I wonder if this one's still hooked up. Oh no, we've made a mistake. We let all of that sit in the oil.
Oh.
Good job, Randy. Alright, well that can stay right there. This hose just goes into the oil. So that can go right there for now. We'll pull this right here. Actually, dude, leave it to Lake to make a pond under the truck. Literally. Cut. That right there is the best thing since sliced bread. When I was a kid, all there was these cutouts, and you had to walk around and pop them all loose with a screwdriver.
Ain't that bad.
When you do like 100 of them, because your dad's like, oh, go take all them lids off them buckets out back. You're like, pop, 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 all day.
Fingers get sore.
All right. So what I'm thinking is we'll put all these hydraulic lines in one of these buckets here, instead of nice. What's it matter? There's already oil on the floor. And whoever gets them, come get all these lines in these buckets like a snake. Maybe.
I don't know if they're all gonna fit in there, honestly.
We'll probably need 1 or 2 buckets. There it is. All right, hydraulic system semi-removed. We gotta get that PTO thing out of there still too. Well, I don't know how much that thing costs, but I'm starting to look at it. Probably costs a lot more than $2,500. Oh, I'm out of breath. There's gonna be a lot more oil in these lines up underneath the truck where the PTO pump is. All right, let's clean up our current mess.
Get some oil dry.
Yeah, pick up all the hardware. We'll go from there. All right. All of our hydraulics from there back are out now. Now, I hate pulling PTO stuff off trucks. Maybe we'll let this is a job for Lake.
That's so messed up.
All right, let's clean up our mess. We'll get the oil done away with for now. We'll get the tanks off. Then it'll be easier to get near the transmission with the tanks out of the way. But way easier. Well, with all of our oil done leaking out everywhere, time to get our tanks off. Somehow I started the truck up and there's enough fuel in them to, Brian cut me some blocks here. My handyman, my shop handyman, to hold our cab up so when it does air back down, we'll be able to get the fuel tanks back in there. But for now, let's get these tanks off. Straps. Boom.
There's a lot of straps on this one tank.
There are a ton of straps. Isn't that crazy? Oh boy. So this is an aftermarket tank, because that says someone's had to replace this fuel tank before. Huh. Crazy. That's crazy, bro. I'm worried about scratching the stainless up, you know?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have to like bend these things down. Guess we'll just get our boy Chris out here to polish them back up, huh?
Maybe.
Probably should get these lines loose first. Let's do that. Yeah, Lumatank. See, someone's replaced it before. Made in America. America. Okay, I'm stuck. Have it. One fuel tank off. Let's rubber pieces pulled out of here. We'll get these straps pulled off. So what I was thinking is we were going to originally take it to Rickman and have them sand it, but I think what we should probably do is get this thing completely prepped and take it and get sandblasted. There's a guy here in town so he can do it right down the road. He said drop it off at this parking lot construction area. He'll sandblast it, we can come pick it up and we'll take it straight to the paint shop like next week. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue to do what we're doing, but prep it so that I'm out of breath. Yeah, I'm dying. And sandblast it, then it can just go right there and they just spray it all at once.
So we're not taking it today.
No, I'm putting my truck on the trailer outside. We got the RGN hooked to the International right now. It looks good.
You're getting your truck painted?
Spray painted. All right, Ryan couldn't get that last bolt loose, so we're gonna have to use the liquid metal tool here. Get it blown off there. It's a good thing we know someone that has a salvage yard. We can find another fuel tank bolt there, right?
Yeah.
So we got all the straps. I guess we started taking the straps off. Got all the straps. So show them that bolt that you can't get loose.
It's in here.
I know, but right there on one of those. That bolt right there is rusted pretty bad. So
Pretty bad.
we're gonna turn it into liquid here in a second.
It's
Really
really bad.
bad? Got our some covers over my safety squints here. Of course, every time you get right about to wash your hands or do something, cut something with metal, someone calls, right? Cut something with metal, with a torch, I mean. Good thing they're about to sandblast this thing, huh? Woo! That's spicy. Ta-da! I don't know why you didn't do that from the get-go. Hand me your 12. Oh, it's on here already.
Oh wow, it moved. I didn't want to move earlier.
Ryan, you're speaking, but you ain't got a mic on, homie.
I'm talking to myself too.
Oh, yeah, anybody can hear Ryan. He's talking to himself. All right, I have to tell myself, okay, we're not going to completely tear this truck apart and probably not put it back together, but you see how there's still some rust in here? You know, almost makes you wonder, maybe we'll get Lake to pull this thing off right here, and we'll go ahead and tear the whole truck apart and make it brand new. Just kidding. But probably get this pulled off so when the guy does sandblast it, we got to stop. We just need this thing to work. But she should be able to hit that with the sandblast gun without hurting anything. So if he can get up in there, clean that stuff up, and knock that rust loose, you know, the rest of it's just gonna have to be is what it is, I guess, because we need this thing to get straight to work. But guys, I hope you like our new to us Peterbilt. We didn't open the hood when we started the video. It is a really clean truck. I really like it. I like the direction we're going with it. It's got a couple dents and dings in the cab, but you know, the rest of it can be painted another day. The biggest thing was just getting the frame prepped back there and making it look nice. A lot of this stuff is kind of like not a big deal. We can always like sandblast that with a wire wheel or something here, or get a little portable sandblast tank from Harbor Freight and do this stuff ourselves. And yeah, I thought I liked that visor. I don't think I do. But I gotta learn to stop messing with stuff and just use it. Oh boy. Anyhow, guys, I wanted to tell you what engine was in this thing. So we already know it's an ISX. Maybe someone can give us some advice. It's got 740,000 miles on it. It has had a head put on it in the past. I don't know exactly when, but it's got a stock bottom end. I was thinking maybe we should do rods and main bearings. It doesn't really have any blow-by, surprisingly. Maybe these are million-mile engines. So I thought about having our buddies at Fitzgerald Service do rods and mains, because you have to use a torque multiplier tool to do these, and we don't have that. Or I would attempt it myself. So, oh, it is 550 horsepurs at 1,850 RPM. So, solid unit. If anybody wants that wet kit, we got it off and ready to rip, guys. I can ship it. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. And Something else we need to fix right there, Ryan. We'll see you later. Peace.